Great new day to all my self-care family and friends. Welcome to another episode of the Room2Breathe podcast. I'm your host, Life Coach 614, and I am so thrilled to have each and every one of you here with us today. Whether you are tuning in for a dose of inspiration or just a moment of calm, you're in the right place. Now, before we dive into today's episode, just a quick reminder. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget to tap the screen, like, comment, and share. Your support helps us to connect with more amazing people like you. And if we're not friends already, be sure to give us a follow, subscribe to our channel, so that way you never miss out on our latest content. I also invite each one of you to visit our website at theselfcareclub.org. We've got some awesome affirmative apparel, motivational merch, and a bunch of free resources waiting just for you. It's all about empowering yourself and embracing your journey. No matter what challenges you're facing, remember that you're not alone on this path. We're in this together, supporting and uplifting each other every step of the way. It is time for us to choose to prioritize our well-being, to embrace our growth, and to find peace in the present moment. So let's get ready to breathe, reflect, and grow together.
In the quiet moments, that's where I'll find a little room to breathe, leave it all behind. Give me room to breathe, I need some time to heal my heart, to clear my mind. Gotta love myself, yeah, I believe in the power of me. Just give me room to breathe.
Today's topic of discussion is energy check. Energy check. And the question that I'm going to throw out here for us is, why are we so quick to mirror negative energy, but real slow to reciprocate love? Again, why are we so quick to mirror the negativity, right? We will throw back that negative on you in a heartbeat. Like, we will clap back quick, right? But we're real slow to show love to people. And so today I just wanted to talk about something that I see happening all the time. And listen, y'all, honestly, I'm guilty of it too, right? But let's be real. We know that everyone is so quick to match energy when it's negative. But we hesitate or we hold back when it comes to love, loyalty, affection, respect. Brooke says that some people are just conditioned that way. I believe that most of us are conditioned that way, right? And so I know you guys have felt this too, right? That think about times or situations where someone gave you an attitude or they threw a little bit of shade your way, right? What did you do? What y'all do? Y'all clap back? Got a little smart? Your instinct tells you to throw it right back. Like, oh, y'all want to act like that? You know what I'm saying? Or, I'll show you that I could play that game too. Right? We checkmate all the time, right? And so, it's like we have this unspoken rule when it comes to people that says, oh, you not fitting to outdo me with your attitude, right? I'm a level up. Two could play that game. And bro just says it's in our nature. Absolutely. Welcome in, Lavette. There is something so satisfying about mirroring somebody's negative energy. Like, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. But here's the kicker. Why don't we respond that way when people give us love or respect? Like, what's stopping us from matching that energy? And, it's strange when you think about it. It's like we're wired to be guarded. We're wired to protect ourselves, especially when we've been through a lot in life. And I totally get it. I totally get it. That's our survival mode kicking in. That's that basic instinct. So Brooke says some of us were never shown love, right? That's a lot of past trauma built up on the inside. And, it's funny to me how we snap into defense mode. Like our reflexes are sharper for the negativity. When the vibe is off, we're on it, right? Guard is up. But when someone comes in with warmth, we hesitate. We want to know what your next move is. We're trying to figure out who sent you. We're going to test you. We're going to make sure it's genuine before we let our guard down. Many of us have been so hurt, in the past, or, we, like I said, we have this past trauma built up that we can't believe that someone could show up and actually genuinely do something good, something nice for us. And I'll be honest with y'all, I used to be like that. In some ways, I'm still like that. I can remember this one relationship that I was all in. Yeah, I gave all my time, all my energy, my love, all of it. And it felt so real, right? And they will reciprocate it here and there, but they'd get a little too cold, a little too distant, right? And instead of addressing it or staying in my love energy, all of a sudden, I let society teach me that I'm supposed to flip the script. All of a sudden, I started subscribing to the two can play that game. Oh, this is how you want to do me now? Fine. I'll stay here. I'll take your energy, but I'll also give it back to you. Right? So you want to be short with me? Baby, I could be just as short. You want to ghost me? Well, boo, I'll ghost you too. Right? And the messy truth about all of that, y'all, is when I matched energy, it didn't make me feel any better. It simply left me feeling empty. Like I had stepped away from my true self to meet them at their level, a level that was beneath me. And it's easy for us to let ourselves slip into that, especially when we feel unappreciated or we're feeling ignored. And so now, being the healing person that I am, right? Looking back, I can honestly realize that I was reacting out of habit, out of a need to protect myself. And growing up, I learned that matching someone's attitude was just a way to set boundaries, to say, you know what, you're not going to treat me this way. But somewhere along the lines, I forgot to use that same energy when it was time to embrace somebody's love, to embrace somebody's kindness. Like I wasn't mirroring love in the same manner that I was mirroring anger. And that's where the real work has started for me. Welcome in, country boy. Right? That's where the real work began for me. And I had to start by breaking down why was that my default. And it took some therapy, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm a firm believer in therapy. And it was in therapy that it finally hit me, right? That showing love and matching someone's affection takes courage. That means we got to put ourselves back out there. We have to open ourselves up to love again, because in the past we've been hurt. So that takes courage. It takes standing in front of someone to say, yeah, I'm open and I'm willing to meet you where you're at. But that kind of vulnerability is scary. If I match their kindness, there's a part of me that's afraid that they won't truly open up to me. Or there's a part of me that's afraid that they won't keep it up, right? They're going to start off this way and things will start strong, and then they're going to flip it on me. They're going to switch up and leave me looking like a fool because I trusted them. Or I trusted too easy. Or I fell in love too quick. But contrary to what people try to tell you, y'all, there's a price to pay for staying in that defensive stance all the time. Matching someone's negative energy may feel like you're in control, like it's something that you're doing that's keeping you safe. But in reality, it is exhausting. It drains us. It takes up our mental and our emotional space. And it pulls us farther away from the love that we're actually seeking. When we are mirroring other people's negativity, we're not focused on what we actually feel. Right? Ambrosia says you might miss out on your blessing. We're just reacting to what people put out. Right? It's an endless cycle of reacting instead of responding from a place of who we actually are. Imagine what would happen if we took all that energy that we use to match negativity and started directing it towards something positive. Think about it. I want you guys to think about a time where you showed someone just genuine kindness or love, right? Maybe you even went out of your way to do so. And all of a sudden, they reciprocated, right? Or think about it like this. Let's flip that. Let's not even talk about what we've done. Think about the situation on the other side where someone has shown you genuine kindness or love. Think about the times when they've gone out of their way. They went above and beyond, pouring love on you. Now be real. Did you match their energy with the same openness? Or did you find yourself holding back? Because see, we can't be accountable for what other people do. So let's talk about when someone has shown us love and genuine support. Did we give that right back or did we hesitate? Right? It's wild to think about that sometimes. Like, we hold back with the people who mean the most to us because we're afraid of being vulnerable. Even when it's someone who's right there in our face showing up for us. But we are afraid to be vulnerable. So over the years, in the process of me beginning to heal all of my past trauma, all of my hurt, all of my pain, right? I've learned that real courage isn't matching someone's attitude. Because y'all, I was quick to be like, I match energy, how we acting today. Until I realized that when I matched their negative energy, I felt like crap. Right? So I don't want to just match your negativity. In fact, I don't even want your negativity. So much so that me matching your energy is me disappearing. I know my worth. I'm too valuable. My time is too precious to sit here and play these games with you and your negativity, right? So my new way of matching energy is be gone. Right? If you can't respect my presence and you don't see that my presence is a gift, then I will not be present in your life. Because my time is too precious. So no longer is it just about matching someone's attitude for me, right? Now I want to be focused on matching their love, right? It's me beginning to let the walls down, me reclaiming my space. Just enough to say, you know what, I see your kindness and I'll meet you there. Oftentimes we talk about wanting to be respected and appreciated and loved. But to truly experience these things, we have to be willing to mirror them back. We have to respond with that same open energy that it takes to be vulnerable. And you're right, Ambrosia, letting those walls down can be scary. But the thing about fear is it's false evidence appearing real. We have not made it this far in life to stay stuck in time, to stay frozen based upon what someone else did. We should not be making the people in our lives today pay for the mistakes of others in our past. Right? So we must be willing to respond with that same open energy. And I know that it is hard, especially when you are so used to protecting yourself. Some of us have been hurt so bad or so many times that it is almost foreign for us to think about letting someone else in now. We've made it this far. We've protected ourselves this far. We are truly terrified to open that door again. Right? You know, if any of you are like me and you grew up learning that you can't rely on just anyone, right? All of a sudden it's challenging for us to let our guards down. But the reality of it is we all need the connections. There's this deep human need to feel seen, to be heard, to feel valued. And if we're too busy mirroring negativity, we're never going to let take up space for love. We're never going to be able to let love in, which means we'll never really have the room to breathe that we need and deserve. So here's what I'm challenging myself to do, as well as you guys, right? And I want us to shift our focus to matching love with love, respect with respect. And so the next time someone does something that is just genuinely kind, show them that you see it, that you're grateful for it, and that you're willing to meet them there. I'm not saying that it's always going to be apples to apples, right? If someone gifts you something, you don't have to turn around and gift them back, right? But you want them to feel appreciated. You want to let them know that I see what you did there. I appreciate it. You want to take care of it, right? Just like you want to take care of their feelings. You want someone to take care of your heart. You want someone to protect you. Then you have to show up and you have to protect them and you have to take care of their heart, right? We have to, again, begin to express gratitude towards those who are pouring into us, and, let them see it, not just talk about it, right? But let them see it. Let's try to step out of that automatic defense mode and step into a place where we're open to receiving good energy. And not just taking it, but we are also reciprocating it. We are giving it right back. Right? They say if we focus on the good things, then the good things get better. And we're constantly talking about we're being in between our blessings. Well, maybe to get out of the in between of our blessings means we have to open the door for more blessings, right? Welcome in, Blue. Thank you, Perk. So today I have 5 actionable tips for breaking out of our default energy matching pattern and starting to practice positive reciprocity. Okay? Tip number 1, pause before reacting. Y'all, I truly had to work on that because I was a reactor. That meant I was the clap back queen. You said something, I already had another response right then. I would react to whatever was said, right? Not even really taking the time to think about it, I would just say it. So this was something that I really had to practice. So I want you guys to begin by pausing before you react to a situation. Because when we react too quickly, we often end up mirroring the other person's vibe without even realizing By taking a brief pause, we can choose a more thoughtful response. Most of the negative situations that we find ourselves in, especially when it's something back and forth, is because we've reacted to the situation. You hurt me, so now I'm going to hurt you. That is a reaction. That is a normal reaction, right? The problem is we weren't supposed to react. We were supposed to respond. And the only way that we can truly respond is if we take a pause. We got to see how we actually feel about it. It's like growing up when someone calls you a name and you immediately call them a name back. You disrespected me, so I'm going to disrespect you. That's a reaction. Versus when someone calls you a name and you're like, I don't even really care about that. Like, that doesn't describe me at all. Just because you said it doesn't make it real. Now all of a sudden I'm going to respond to you. Maybe my response is to ignore you. For some of us, my response might still be to check you and disrespect you right back. But at least I took a pause, right? And so when we think about how do we do this, how do I pause before reacting, right? The next time someone comes at you with a vibe, whether it's a good vibe or a bad vibe, I want y'all to pause and breathe to give yourself the opportunity to respond. Taking a pause and focusing on your breath allows you to stay grounded in your energy, not theirs. There's no need to take up roots into their energy. You've got your own. So pausing allows you to stay grounded in your own energy, allowing you to respond from a place of calm rather than being defensive. Number 2 is to focus on your energy first. Prioritize you, right? How we feel sets the tone to how we are going to react to someone. So by focusing on cultivating a positive mindset, that means we're less likely to get thrown off balance when we're faced with someone else's attitude. So if I spend more time prioritizing my peace, when someone or something shows up to disrupt that, it doesn't win. It doesn't prosper. Because I already know who I am. I know whose I am. I know my worth. Right? And how do we do this? Well, we do things like starting each day with gratitude. Right? So you want to make sure that you have some sort of gratitude practice in place, whether you are journaling or some other mindful intention setting, your affirmations, starting your day with something like, today I will respond with patience and kindness. Simply just saying that. Today I will respond with patience and kindness. That is you setting your intention for today. This anchors you in your own energy and helps you to carry it through your interactions throughout the day. So if you know that you are stepping into a situation where you are constantly being tested and you know you're going to be around them people who are going to test every last little nerve, right? You would set your intention to simply say, today I will respond with patience and kindness. I'm going to show them a little grace today because I know they're going to test me. But I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of reacting to them. I'm going to respond accordingly. Number 3, acknowledge and mirror positive actions. Acknowledging and mirroring positive actions. Reinforcing positive behavior encourages others to keep showing up with the same good energy. Now we're starting to invite more good in, right? And honestly, when we reflect that warmth and kindness back to someone, that starts to deepen our connection. It starts to become a more positive exchange of energy. So if someone goes out of their way to help you, I want you guys to Thank them sincerely. Show them that you recognize their efforts. Try mirroring the kindness when it's given to you. And I mean, that means you have to make it intentional to mirror it. That means we have to do it on purpose. Right? So when someone shows up and they do something to you, if they're affectionate, I want you to reciprocate affection. If they're being loving, I want you to reciprocate with love. If someone does something kind for you, I want you to reciprocate the kindness. So anytime the positive vibes come your way, you must be intentional about mirroring that. Thank you. The next one is, the next one was a struggle for me. I'm not even gonna hold you. But once I figured out how I can operate from this space, it was definitely a key point in my healing journey. Tip number 4 is to assume positive intent. Hey, Miss Debbie. Assume positive intent. We are so quick to think that something is about to be negative. We are all in this what if space, right? And so we often jump to conclusions or assume that someone is being negative when they might just be having a rough day. Maybe we misunderstood what they're saying, right? So by assuming positive intent, we're less likely to react defensively. Because again, a lot of the matching energy when it comes to negative energy, a lot of times there's just some misunderstanding. There's some failure to communicate, right? So we need to begin by just assuming that they meant well. Maybe they didn't. Maybe you notice that someone's behavior feels off today. You get to work and you've spoke and this person isn't speaking back to you. Right? We're engaging on social media and someone's energy just feels off. Right? Try not to take it personally. Assume that they mean well and maybe they're just dealing with their own stuff today. And in that situation, when you want to match an energy, instead of you assuming that they're being negative, maybe they're just processing. So your response should be a response with empathy. Perhaps even curiosity, rather than matching any negativity that you potentially have just made up in your mind. Right? And if you're a person where you're like, well, I don't want to assume because I don't want to make an ass out of myself. Well, here's a thought. Ask them. And sometimes, we don't ask, we shouldn't ask questions out in the open, right? So I'm not telling y'all to walk in somebody's live stream and then start a fight talking about, oh, well, it seemed like your energy is off. You ain't speak to me. No. Let's not put them on blast. Let's not embarrass them, because if the person is going through something, then you've just guarded them, right? What do they say, Kale? Kill them with kindness, right? So if I notice that a person's energy is off, if I notice that the interactions that I usually have with a person seem different today, I'm going to pull up. I'm going to slide in your DM. I'm going to be on the phone. I'm going to text you. I'm going to something, right? And I'm going to say, hey, I noticed today that things seem a little off. Are you okay? Right? I'm not even going to put my feelings on them. I'm going to just be like, hey, I'm going to check in with them to say, hey, how are you? Are you okay? I haven't seen you around lately. For us content creators, we get so used to seeing certain people in our live streams, right? So then all of a sudden when your loyal and faithful people don't come around, instead of catching the attitude thinking that they just don't rock with you no more, maybe reach out and ask them, hey friend, I ain't seen you in a while. You doing okay? We good? Ask questions. Show empathy rather than matching negativity. Number 5, our last tip for today. Set a boundary on energy draining behavior. Many of you have witnessed mine during a live stream. We have a lovely member of our online family here who has a tendency to be an energy drainer, right? And so you guys have seen me set boundaries live. We have to understand that not all energy is worth matching, right? Not all energy is worth matching. So setting boundaries on toxic energy helps us to protect our peace while focusing on the relationships that bring out the best in us. It also mirrors to the other person. Listen, if you like me, if you care about me, if you've got love for me, or if you see value in what I am providing, this is where you must meet me, right? This is where you have to come up to, because I'm not coming down to your level. So if you're going to keep showing up and you're going to keep telling me how dark it is and how negative things are, I can't come down there with you and help you, because then I would be contributing to the problem. So I must stay up here in the light, right? So that way you can see your way out. So again, not all energy is worth matching. It is time for us to start identifying behaviors that you won't engage in, right? Like constant negativity or passive aggression. I don't match that energy. I don't subscribe to that. So I'm not going to match that energy, right? So if you find yourself faced in these situations or with these, energies being present, you need to just simply calmly communicate that you're stepping away. I recognize where you are and I don't want to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and move on over here, right? I'm going to shift my attention towards the people who are bringing me positivity, because I got time for that. I always have time for positivity. Negativity, not so much. So I just want to go over here and give my energy where it's appreciated, where it's reciprocated, right? At the end of the day, you guys, life is too short to spend it all reacting to other people's attitudes. We don't have to give our energy to negativity. And we don't have to play games when someone's, showing up for us with love and respect. Why would we make them work so hard? But we take the disrespect and the negativity so quickly. So let's start leaning into those moments instead of, sitting with the negative energy. Let's start leaning into those positive moments and give ourselves permission to match them in a way that feels authentic and real to us. Let's choose, right? We always talk about having the choice. Let's choose to shift into the positivity, the love, the appreciation, the kindness. And let's leave negativity behind. It's going to happen. Negative people are going to show up. Negative situations will happen. But we know that there has to be some darkness to enjoy the light, right? But we don't have to choose to stay in the dark space. We don't have to choose to sit in a negative space. It's your energy. You choose where you want to put it. So let's match positive energy. Let's give ourselves that, right? Because we deserve that. Like we've already gone through so much in life. We've been hurt. We've been mistreated. Some of us have been abused, neglected, abandoned. We already know what that feels like. I'm trying to see what love feels like. I'm trying to see what that kindness, that mutual respect. I want that. I want more of that. Which means I have to give more of that. So, as we wrap up today's episode, I do want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for being here with me today in this journey to understand ourselves a little bit better. Remember, guys, it is okay to take a breath, to pause, and rethink how we respond to the people around us. You know, we've all got room to breathe. We've got this room and space to grow. But we have to make sure that we're cultivating it along the way, right? And that's why we're in this together, helping each other the entire way. So yeah, y'all, that's what I got for y'all today. Again, I do just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our time together. If so, make sure you give me a follow, subscribe to our channel so that way you never miss out on our latest content. And don't forget to visit our website at selfcareclub.org. There, you can book a personalized one-on-one coaching session. You can check out our new affirmative apparel and other motivational merch, as well as a treasure trove of free resources designed just for you. So whether you are looking to elevate your self-care game or you just need to find a little extra inspiration to get you through this day, know that we've got you covered. I thank each and every one of you for being a part of the Self-Care Club community, and I'm excited to connect with you all again soon. But until next time, I encourage you to keep breathing, stay positive, and remember that you will always be supported here at the Self-Care Club. Don't be afraid to take up space and make a little room for you to breathe. I pray that each and every one of you have an amazing day on purpose, filled with nothing but purpose. And we will talk again soon. Thank you.
I found my room to